My name's Peter and we're at the bottom of the stairs underneath Radika's down under motel. These are the budget rooms and this is what we're working on at the moment. At the moment we've got 16, room for a couple more, and we've got about 16 upstairs as well.
So Peter, here you told me before, there's no toilets here, right?
Not downstairs, there's no plumbing down here as of yet. These rooms use the communal bathrooms upstairs, so they're actually quite cheap budget rooms at the moment because we don't have to clean the bathrooms.
And what is it? So one of the reasons why is the temperature, right? Can you tell me how hot it's probably during the day upstairs and what's the temperature here?
We had a day last month, it was about 53 degrees, whereas downstairs here, it doesn't matter how hot it is upstairs, it's always about 22 to 25 degrees. I remember one day I was down here and there was a huge storm upstairs and there was thunder and lightning, and every time the thunder crashed, you can't hear the bass of the sound of the thunder, you can only hear the high frequency sound through the ventilation shafts. So it's kind of like, all you can hear is something like that. It sounds like there's a possum in the roof. But when you go up to the surface, then you can hear the thunder, so you're very sheltered from the weather.
So what would be the normal the average temperature here, like during the year? The temperature keeps constant here, correct?
Yeah, so in the winter it's actually warmer underground. So people come down here to get warm. And in the summer it's very cool because it's 22 degrees compared to 48. There's a big difference. Well, I'm still yet to put a second coat of paint on the walls, so I'm still not sure whether I want to stay with the white or change colour. And I've got some beautiful carpet to go on the floor. It's waiting and ready to go. So apart from that, it's pretty much ready. No two rooms are the same. Every room is a little bit different in shape and size, but we just categorise them, all of these ones as budget rooms, the ones that use the communal bathrooms, and the ones upstairs as motels. And the same stories with the motel rooms. No two rooms are the same. They've all got different little unique bits about them, and that's the nature of being underground and living in opal mines. This was all dug by tunnelling machines. I'll show you. Best spot to show you is in the hallway here. See all of these parallel scratch marks on the ceiling?
Yep.
Those are all from the teeth of a tunnelling machine. And have you seen tunnelling machines yet? What they look like and how they work?
I've seen them in films.
With they got like a big roller on them, and they got all these tungsten teeth, and the roller spins on the end of a little mini loader or dozer looking machine, and it scrapes away the rock. As you can see, they've gone all the way down here. And wherever you see these parallel lines, that's where a tunnelling machine has dug.
I know that everyone that I talk to here, they love it and they think this is great, but you can think that for a lot of people it could be also extreme, right? What do you think about that?
I think it's extreme. I think everything about Coober Pedy is extreme, starting with the weather and then the location. So the fact that we live underground just tops it off, and it's a very, very unique experience.
What are you told me the advantages. What are the disadvantages of living underground?
Disadvantages of living underground is, well, you don't get to see the morning sun coming through the windows, and you probably can't hear if anyone's knocking on your front door.
And what about phone signal?
Phone signal, if you've got Wi-Fi calls, it's all right. We've got Wi-Fi downstairs here, but yeah, phone signal is a problem downstairs, unless you put a booster.
And then, if someone knocks at the door, there's no way you can hear it from here.
Yep, no, unless they go up onto the roof and they find those little top hats of the ventilation shafts and they yell down the shaft, then you'll hear them, but you probably won't be able to figure out which shaft it's coming from. So you'll be like, where's that sound coming from?
Okay, that's cool.
So this one used to be a 20-bed dorm.
This could be one of the biggest underground dorms in the world.
One of. I'll show you the one next door as well that we're using as a storeroom. That's quite large too. But the interesting thing about this one is that it opens up into a pyramid. And that ventilation...
Why is this?
Oh, it was just Van Radica's design that he did back in the 80s when this was all dug out. And there's a little chair dug out into the side of the hill. You can dig out bedside tables and all sorts of things. It's all up to your imagination when it comes to digging underground. Like the ones that are currently there. Over 60 years of tunnel diggings.
It's pretty good.
Do you want to see up this tunnel?
Oh my god, okay. So what is this?
This is behind the rooms. So this is how we ventilate the rooms. So the air is coming this way and it sucks it through the room from the hallway, through the slits in the brickwork that we've made, and all of the air comes into this room and it goes up and out that shaft down the end. I'll show you.
Any snakes around?
Snakes?
Yeah.
No. Fortunately,
Fully.
I don't think they'd survive. Look, we've got all these little nooks and crannies everywhere into other secret tunnel networks.
Oh wow.
And that's up to the car park where I showed you before.
So this goes up, right? It's just like where we were before,
Yeah.
outside of the...
And I once had a tradesman who was too old to get down the stairs, and I needed some work from him, and he's actually an opal miner. So he came with his winch on the back of his truck, and he winched himself down here, just like out in the fields, just to get in and do some work for me. So it was pretty cool to see. This is it's because we had a plumbing leak a while back, and it was a really big plumbing leak, and it caused the roof to collapse a bit here. But this is the reason nothing's been done with this area is because the ground's not as good as the rest of the area. It's a bit looser.
So what happened here then, Peter?
So this big hole up here, if you come in and have a look, you'll see that's actually a... Do you remember seeing the water tank in the back car park?
Yep.
That's the water tank. It's not actually a water tank, it's a ventilation shaft. And that's about the size you need to drop down the tunneling machine on the winch to get it down here.
And so what happened? So here, did you say that something like fall down or no?
Yeah. They lower the tunneling machine down here to dig out all of this stuff. That's how it was all done. But there's a hole that tunneling machine's got to come from first. And this is the shaft here.
So are you going to do anything here?
I was thinking maybe an underground pool.
An underground pool?
Yeah, maybe like a bathhouse style with tiles and mirrors and natural light, good ventilation. That's it.
Nice.
But anything could be done here. It could be a communal area, it could be a museum, it could be more rooms. The sky's the limit when it's underground.
The sky is the limit when it's underground.
Well, maybe
I like that.
maybe the core of the earth is the limit.